Nairobi are searching for 3 male suspects and a woman caught on camera stealing a laptop from a reveller at the Mojo's bar and restaurant within the Central Business District. Adrian Muganda was on Friday evening the target of the 4-member gang as he whiled the night away with friends at the club along Kimathi Street. CCTV footage from the club showed one of them pinching the bag in an operation that was well choreographed by 3 people.
This city club along Kimathi Street is where the incident took place at around 9 p.m. last Friday. An unsuspecting reveller was having a drink with colleagues. He did not know he had been identified as a target. He had hung a laptop in a bag which also contained other personal effects on his chair. A man is seen seated alone just next to the table that the victim and his colleagues had picked. The victim, Adrian Muganda, in an orange t-shirt, briefly steps aside to answer a call, leaving his laptop unattended to. After a few minutes, he comes back. Nothing has happened at this point. However, soon after Muganda sits, a woman in a spotted dress leaves the pub and seemingly makes a call. A man who appears to be alone leaves the pubs and stands just next to Muganda's seat and the hung laptop. At this point, the woman who was in the grey spotted dress approaches the man and they converse. It appears as though they are exchanging numbers. Both are standing right next to Muganda's chairs. The laptop's bag is right behind them. Soon after, a third man exits the club and approaches the duo who are seemingly conversing. He appears trying to pass behind them, but seems to quickly give up the idea of passing by, choosing instead to go back into the club. He has already taken the laptop. Immediately after the man in blue picks up the laptop, the chatting duo exits the scene. A third man in dreads who is holding a coffee cup also exits the scene. The deed is done. Police are searching for the trio, with Muganda having filed a statement at Central Police Station.
U.S. President Donald Trump made his first address to a joint session of Congress, insisting that the U.S. cannot be allowed to become a sanctuary for extremists. The president, whose initial order to lock out citizens from 7 predominantly Muslim countries from the United States, faced criticism from human rights activists, while a judge revoked the order. He said his administration was working on new vetting procedures to keep United States safe.
The President of the United States.
Many across the United States watched keenly and closely for details of President Donald Trump's plans for the economy and whether he could strike a more conciliatory tone. From his speech, it was obvious that the wishes many had would not be forthcoming.
National pride is sweeping across our nation, and a new surge of optimism is placing impossible dreams firmly within our grasp. What we are witnessing today is the renewal of the American spirit.
After an initial month in office in which he frequently struggled to control the narrative, Trump looked for a reset to move past a chaotic period that dominated the headlines, including a travel ban he signed for people from 7 Muslim-majority nations that was blocked by the federal courts.
It is not compassionate but reckless to allow uncontrolled entry from places where proper vetting cannot occur.
An average of recent polls by Real Clear Politics put his approval rating at about 44%, low for a new president. Hours before his address, U.S. journalists were speculating that there was a possibility that Trump could use the address to signal a shift in his thinking on what to do about millions of illegal immigrants, one of the most contentious issues facing Americans today.
And now Kenyans have extended messages of goodwill to Kibra constituency parliamentary aspirant Rosemary Odinga following news that she had been flown to South Africa for specialized treatment of a suspected brain tumor. Rosemary left for South Africa on Tuesday after being hospitalized at Nairobi and Aga Khan Hospital and following complaints on persistent migraines. Initial reports have indicated that the daughter of CORD leader Raila Odinga could be having a tumor in her brain and is expected to undergo surgery to remove it. And finally, security guards have been caught in a viral video manhandling a woman who claims to be in her property. The woman, Grace Njuru Kome, who owns a school in 360 Degrees Estate, Syokimau, claims that she was being forced to pay 50,000 shillings service charge for a period that she had not occupied the premise.
Trespass! You can't come and put a gate here. Hey, do you hear that? Just record. We'll use it against it. Just keep on recording. I can't go anywhere. No, you don't touch me. You Can you leave me alone?
Oh my God.
Leave me alone. I'm going nowhere.
No, leave her. Muachilie tafadhali.
That is my place. That is my place.
Hata tuone inatuma kwanza kwa media sai.
And that's it for us for now. For these and more stories, log on to www.nairobinews.co.ke. I'm Modoni Mushiri. Goodbye.